As some of you may already know, Project Power dropped on Netflix last weekend, and that's a new movie that I could talk about, or I could talk about this. I've got way more to say about this film. Yeah, I was actually really hyped for this film. I had only seen like a couple of still images and a few trailers, but not really trailers, just clips of the animation, and I thought, wow, this thing looks gorgeous. I can't wait to see this thing. COVID happens. GKED says they're not going to release it in theaters. But guess what? I saw it in theaters. I am so lucky that one of my local theaters just happened to be playing it. I knew like next to nothing about the plot going into this film, and holy crap, I was not expecting what this film threw at me. So this film centers around a girl named Ruka who comes into contact with two of these boys that were discovered living amongst dugongs. So they have very water based skin at this point. Their bodies have adapted to that. They cannot live in dry areas at all. They have to be in the water at least for a good portion of the day. They're basically amphibious at this point. And for some odd reason that makes no sense to me, they're tethered to like this cosmic event involving like meteorites in the ocean. I, this movie is so much to unpack, you guys. I feel like at the core of this movie, this should have been a very simple story, very good coming of age story, where maybe the girl learns like a few lessons. But it turns into this absolute mind fuck. It's so weird. Ruka is actually a pretty cool character, but she ultimately, now that I think about it, is kind of inconsequential to the plot. She's really just the audience in this scenario. She doesn't understand anything. Neither do we. Ruka at first is kind of that stereotypical coming of age girl that you typically see in anime films like this or even TV shows. But overall, she's still a very likable character. I don't really have any flaws with her per se. Other than that, she doesn't really contribute to the story. She's just a scapegoat. There's actually like a pretty decent ensemble collection of characters in this film besides Ruka, but I feel like the only ones that really matter are Umi and Sora. They're really the only ones that add like a big weight to the story besides Ruka. Umi's kind of interesting. He kind of has like that Avatar Aang-esque type of feel where you can't really wrap your head around him. He's kind of out there, and the dub actually sounds like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I thought that was pretty cool. Sora as a character feels bipolar as shit. I'm not sure, like, if in the original manga or in like the original Japanese dub he actually has bipolar disorder, but he's like constantly throwing 180s on people, and it's honestly kind of annoying. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about this character. I didn't really dig him. There's also like a bunch of plot elements that this character just throws in around like the transition period between the second and third act that felt completely just thrown out of nowhere, that I was not really a fan of either. For about the first act, I would say this film feels very light. It feels like a Ponyo-esque adventure. Very light sea based film. Then about in the second act, it starts to become a very philosophical talkie type of film where people are discussing like the cosmos and the meaning of life and what do humans even mean on a galactic level. And it was a really odd tonal shift. I did not enjoy that part of the movie at all. But then the third act turns into a full on DMT trip that I still can't wrap my head around. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I'm serious, you guys. This is insane. The visuals, the script, whatever this film is trying to go for, it feels like a mess, honestly, to me. It feels very tonally inconsistent, and it really did not work for me. However, I did not think this was a bad film. In all honesty, I enjoyed like a few of the characters enough, along with the visuals. The visuals are incredible. The hand drawn animation is amazing to look at. And honestly, this has a great dub too. This is one of the better anime dubs that I've seen. Good job on you, G Kids. Overall, I'd say this film is pretty pretentious, but I still don't think it's a bad film. This is a film that I would like to go back to someday and see if I can get anything else out of it. This film actually, I think, deserves a full on analysis deep dive. Maybe I'm the one to do that, maybe I'm not. I might pick this up on Blu ray, I might not. Who knows? I'll see what happens. But I do definitely plan on rewatching it someday, trying to get a better understanding of it. But for now, I'm going to give this film. Let's see. I actually have a pull quote for this film. I don't really do pull quotes too often, but I think this one is deserved of that, and I wish it would be on the back of the Blu-ray. Alright, here it goes. If Akira raped Ponyo, you would get Children of the Sea. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. Uh, Maybe check this film out if you want to. If you really feel like a weird DMT, acid, trippy anime type of film. If not, just wait till this weekend where we actually get real studio new movies. I'm gonna try to see Unhinged. Next weekend is New Mutants. Fingers crossed that this is a real film. And then the weekend after that, we get Tenet, Mulan, The Boys. Things are back, guys. Things are back. I'm excited. All right. See ya.